Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. And this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in on this Saturday. Holy cow. It is 21 September, and I'm happy to be with you guys. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can't. But it's crazy. I haven't done a live stream in a couple weekends now. I think it's been 2 weeks in a row that we didn't do a live stream. So I finally have internet at the house. I'm set up in my new place a little bit. I've still got some boxes and stuff over there. But yeah. Oh, I'm getting messages here. I don't even know what's going on. Oh, interesting. Okay. But yeah, you guys, thanks for tuning in. A weekend update. We're starting a little bit late. I had a delivery that was scheduled to arrive, so I had to kind of push back our start time, but we have made it. We're here for another weekend update, so thanks for you guys for showing up. Shout out to the Dying Breed community, Warrior Bernard, Fighters, Maxwell, Foster, Q. And Q, congratulations on the new house for moving in, man. That's super awesome, super excited. Guardian Wilkie out there doing the good work of Lit RPG and all things awesome reading. We've got Soldiers, Boslow, Little Panda, Aiden, Unwired, Big Rob, and then, of course, Defenders, LG, Jodan, Miss Aoife, and Duck Commander Stephen Landry. Huge shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the Dying Breed community. And man, what a day. What a weekend. I am so happy it's the weekend. And of course, it's already fall season, where I woke up this morning and the house was a nice, cool and chill 63 degrees. I left the windows open last night and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Like just that cold feeling in the morning of like staying snuggled in bed. It's like the best ever. But yeah, what's going on, you guys? Thanks for tuning in. So as far as writing updates, book 2 of Golem Master, Golem Master book 2, I should say. I was able to get a little bit of writing in this morning, and I was able to get to 99,500 words. Now, granted, I did not update my writing tracker. So let me go ahead and, oh man, I've got like so many different windows open right now. This is crazy. Hold on. Let me drag this window over here to this monitor. And then let's get these numbers updated real quick for us. 99,565. That is. Why is that? Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, there. So yeah, so I did not get a whole lot written this morning. I got a little bit of a late start. Kind of like I said, I slept in a little bit and enjoyed that time off. But with that being said, the grand total, again, 99,565 words for Golem Master Book 2. That brings the writing total for the month of September to 12,365. So yeah, September was our low month, which I knew it was going to be a low month because I should be getting the book 1 of Golem Master back from our editor, Catherine Dunn. But I did not anticipate that I would be moving locations, moving out of my apartment into my new place. So then of course, like, I think we'll talk about it in a minute. But yeah, so that really impacted my writing. But the yearly total is still 383,000 words, just under 4,000. We're at like 383,954. And then of course, the career total is 1,066,976 words. So great success in the writing stuff. Oh, we've got Warrior Bernard coming in. Hail, Dying Breed alumni. What is up, my man? It's great to see you. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with me. So yeah, Golem Master Book 2. Dude, I'm just under 100,000 words. I was trying my best to hit 100,000 words this morning in the book. And I was struggling to get into it, to get immersed into the world and just, get into the flow of things. And then, of course, I had this delivery that was showing up. So I knew that was really going to impact things. But one of the things I think is huge, and one of the things that I will say is when it comes to writing, like, I hate having other minor distractions. I am someone that likes to put 100% effort into something. I don't like to try to be like, okay, I'm going to put 40% effort here, 60% effort here. Like, I like having 100% focus and attention and trying to knock out objectives. I think it's just the way the military trained me. I'm not really sure, but it's just, that's the way it is. So in moving into the new place, there's like, okay, I want to get my office set up. Well, I want to paint the office and I want to, get things arranged in the office. And so because my attention is diverted and there's these things like these concerns of things that I need to get done, it draws me away from writing, right? And so last weekend or 2 weekends ago, I had to remind myself of, dude, we can, you don't have to tackle the new place all in one weekend. You don't need to paint everything in one weekend. You don't need to clean up the garden all in one weekend. You don't need to do X, Y, Z. You can take these things in chunks and steps. We're here now. That's what it is. And so that was a good reminder. And then the other part about it was my new routine and schedule that I wanted to do was Monday through Friday. I would do like my walks every night, and I got an exercise bike. So I do like 2 sessions on the bike, and then I go for an hour-long walk. And having that routine has been so much better for me, like mentally, emotionally. It's been so great to feel like I'm getting this exercise in. And that's when Saturdays are going to be dedicated to writing. So that's where, and football, of course. Gotta love my college football. So as soon as I'm done here with the live stream, I want to get back into the writing. So that was another part that really impacted September's productivity in the writing, was just the fact that I have all these other things that are trying to pull my attention away from the manuscript. And it's a little bit frustrating, but at the same time, I try to just, tell myself, remind myself like, hey, these are all baby steps. We still got, almost 400,000 words writing in on the year. It's okay if you have to have a slow month. It's okay to deal with these situations that you did not expect and then move on. So we've got Principal Stevens coming into the chat. What up, TJ? What's up, man? It's great to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Warrior Bernard, have you contemplated how many books you might do of Golem, or are you just letting it flow? Great question. Thank you for asking. Right now, book 2 at almost 100,000 words, we are literally adding to the storyline that I had originally planned out. So basically everything that's going to happen in book 3, I planned on that happening in book 2. Having this spur of the moment conversation with Trent, Pepper's dad, literally has caused this additional amount of storyline to be added. So we have 100,000 plus words of extra stuff that has occurred. So that's really exciting. I love that aspect. And that's where I think now, because of this edition, Golem Master could be 4 books at least. But that's where I'm like, well, if this happened to book 2, who knows what else could happen? Maybe there could be something else that severs book 4. So at least 4 books so far in the first initial canon, but I do have another idea for making Golem Master OWA, which is like kind of a key. It's kind of like, you know how you have Dragon Ball Z, then you have Dragon Ball Z GT, and then da-da-da. So like there's Golem Master OWA, which I think would be really cool, and how it's going to continue to morph. And Brandon, as you know, I think a lot of the stuff that I'm working on for this storyline it's very much a slow build. If you may have seen that from reading it in the Patreon, where there's some stuff that occurs, but they don't happen until at least book 4. And those events that shape everything are going to completely reshape what happens in the Golem League. And so that's where I'm super excited. And I love the fact that the Golem League is shaped the way that it is right now with the different tiers, because people are like, oh, okay, cool. This is a cool concept. I get it. It's like European football with relegation and promotion and blah, blah, blah. That's cool. That's cool. And so they have this idea. And then all of a sudden, what happens in book 4 completely changes everything. And so that's where I think it's going to be one of those like, oh, shit moments, because I don't think people are really going to they'll see it obviously when it happens. But yeah, it's literally just been a building factor to this. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, so 4 books at least right now, but I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do something else. Wolfie coming into the stream. Hey, Mr. Lombardi. Hope all is well and amazing. Duck Squad, go Ducks, right? Duck power all the way. Thank you so much, Wolfie. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out, and everything else. I appreciate that. And I'm thinking, so originally we were talking about having Aiden as a character. Right now, my thoughts are that there may be a spot in book 2 for Aiden to show up, but I originally planned and expected Aiden to show up in book 4. So I'm not really sure where I'm going to put Aiden, but I do have an idea for Aiden and coming up, so I'm excited. Richie Stevens, Facebook crash, I have returned. What's up, bro? You damn delight. Well, thanks, man. In the OWA, will there be another academy setting at a different one? No, there will not. It's, yeah, I don't know how I want to set it up, but what I will say is that OWA will be, I'm almost concerned that it'll be too jarring of a transition from what the main storyline is. And I think that's where some people may be like, what the hell, dude? Like, what are you doing here? But I was like, as far as a progression, I don't like book series that are like 15, 16, 20 books long, where it's just the same regurgitated bullshit over and over again, right? And so that's where it's like, as far as a progression, we have to have character progression, character maturity, character growth, but you also have to have new things that are basically matching and escalating at the same point of the character's progression, right? And so I was like, well, how would that be a natural bridge at the transition point that the OWA has to occur? And so there's a seed planted in book 2, and it's brought up just a little bit in book 2, and it's completely the seed that is going to be needed for what happens in book 4, but what is the linchpin of how the OWA arc is going to take place. So there's a lot of, it's going to be a completely different thing, but it's still going to be Golem Master related. It's still going to have the same golems and Pepper and everything else. So there's a lot that happens, and there's going to be quite a time jump from book 4 to the OWA series. So that's all I really want to say. But yeah, there's the only other academy setting that we're going to see is book 3, where it's not an academy, it's a guild setting, but the guild is set up in a very military type fashion to the structure, the routine, the everything else. And so that's where, to Pepper, he thought it was going to be a great advantage to him. But in reality, he's like, whoa, this is bullshit. This is not what I want. Everything that you promised me is not coming to fruition. And so he realizes he's in this predicament that he's basically stuck. And he's trying to figure out a way to work around this hardship that he's dealing with. So that's where, we're basically done with the academy type setting in book 1. And we're kind of moving on to the next Bridge of Life, which I really like. I really like some of the items that we're bringing up in book 2. I like the conflicts, the everything else. And there's even more that's going to be coming up soon. The Matt Dinneman band is going to be coming up in book 2. Another vocal performance from Andrea is going to be coming up soon, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, there's just some really good, wholesome things that I love that's coming up all in book 2. Next to the, yeah, I know, right? I'm so very excited, Wolfie. Any word on how Q is progressing with the Dying Breed? Well, I do know that Q just got his new house. He moved, if you guys remember, he moved from Italy back to the States. He's still being, in the Air Force, very much in a very busy, very demanding job. But he did just get his new home. He is planning, which I looked at and I saw the photos on Zillow. It's a beautiful home. But he is planning to set up the guest room as his writing den, video game area. So he does want to get back to writing. He's excited about it. So hopefully he will dive back into the writing soon. But yeah, I have not heard any other specific words or plans on when exactly that will happen. I do know he's still sitting at about 15,000 words in his manuscript. So we'll see. We'll see how he does. Will I see you at Lit RPG Con in July? Principal Stevens requesting a hug and picture. So I am planning on doing Jordan Con 2025, which I'm glad I said that because I need to fill out my application for being an author at that one. So I am planning on Jordan Con, and then I did apply for Lit RPG Con in July. I have not heard anything yet, but I am planning to be at both of those conventions. So things may change. We'll see, and I'll keep you guys posted. I think out of the 2 cons that I would want to do, Lit RPG Con would probably be the one I would shoot for, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'll keep you guys posted for sure. That is that. So yeah, okay. So Golem Master Book 2. If you guys are caught up in the Patreon, you know that we just had a new battle scene with Dimmy's Frost Dragon, which I absolutely loved writing that battle scene. I think that chapter alone was like 6,000 words, which is, basically double, 1.5, 2.5 size of a normal chapter. So that was really cool to write, and we're doing some other stuff, preparing for some other stuff. So to a certain point, I am really excited because next week I should get the manuscript back from Catherine for Golem Master Book 1. And I'm not going to lie, I've kind of been waiting on that so that it'll help me pause from Book 2, go through Book 1, and really build the World Bible as it is. And I'm kind of tempted to even stop writing Book 2 to make sure I go through and really capture all of the data in more of a World Bible setting or World Bible format, just because, as you guys know, like, there's just so much that is within this world. Yeah. But there's that. So, Brandy, coming in. How's Call Sign doing? Getting feedback and reviews. So that's a good question. Let's go ahead and just look that up right now. Whoopsies. It is no longer called Call Sign Blood. Oh, I need to switch out of something else so that I can get access to that. Why is do 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 do. Switch this over to that. The joy of having multiple screens. Okay, so as of today, we've had 101 pages read in Call Sign Bloodbath. So I appreciate that like immensely. You guys have no idea. Let's deselect all of these. Let's go to Bloodbath. Fine. So far, from its launch, Bloodbath has gotten 18,137 pages read since its release almost a month ago, which I'm really grateful for. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's a lot more than what I anticipated to a certain point. And if we kind of do some rough calculations here, 18,137 which is 400. So basically, 45 books worth have been read. So that's in the Kindle edition. So that's on KU's library is 18,000. As far as orders, let's go for deselect. Let's go with this. Let's go with apply. So we've had about 45 books read on Kindle Unlimited. We've also sold 47 books worth, 44 on ebook, and 3 in the print edition. So, I mean, that honestly, like, that's been awesome. That's been huge. To put that in perspective, Bloodbath within its first month has outperformed the Dying Breed Hunters as far as page reads and everything else. So for the last, 2.5 years, Bloodbath has done better than the Dying Breed Hunters. So that's been really great to see. As far as feedback, we're sitting at 12 ratings with, I want to say it's 6 reviews. 12 ratings, 6 reviews at a 4.4 average. One of the things that I will say is last weekend, my military mentor, who taught me a lot, he read Bloodbath, and he basically texted me and he's like, okay, I'm ready for the other two. So I went over to his place. I gave him the other two books, and he's like, I'm not going to lie, dude. I basically finished this in 2 days, and I was so hooked that I went on Amazon to see if I could buy the next two. And when I saw that they were not available yet, I was really pissed. So I sat here for a week, and I finally texted you wanting them. So yeah, where are they? And what was really awesome was, as we were talking about Bloodbath, he just said, like, you know, you hit all of these nuances, like the mission that occurs in Mexico, where some debris gets in Trevor's eyes. And then to see him like start talking about, like, dude, that literally happened to me in Iraq, and this is what was happening, and this is what was going on. And as we were out on this mission, I got some this happened. And then I promised myself, like, I will forever bring my goggles on a mission with me, no matter what. And so it was really cool to see him relate to the fact that all of these little nuances that I added into the book, people may say, like, oh, that's unrealistic. Oh, he's a trained warrior. He would never do that. And it's like, no, that shit literally happens every day in the military. People who think, oh, I don't need this. I can do without this, blah, 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 blah. And then it shows up. And so to relate to him and get to talk to him about some of that stuff where he just said, you know, as you guys know, some of the missions that happen in the entire arc of Bloodbath are missions where things just get completely fucked up. And it's like, that is 100% accurate, where the first thing is Murphy always shows up on a mission, meaning everything you plan out and everything you do always, it never goes according to plan, and it always gets fucked up. And Murphy comes in to just mess with you. And so that was where I wanted guys, especially my military guys who read this book or read this book series, to be like, yes, this is 100% accurate in the fact that things are always fucked up. The fact that this guy is a complete chowderhead of a moron or a complete asshole. And yet, no matter what, he is the guy that you want to have in a gunfight. And yes, there are these guys that are complete psychopaths that have a use, have a benefit. And even though you don't necessarily like him, you know that you need him, or you know that you want to root him on because of the path of destruction that he's on. So it was really great to connect with him and relate to him on a lot of those things, and having him, like, seeing him light up from just reading the story, like, that was really cool. And that was a great experience. So he does have books 2 and 3. I have not heard from him yet in a week, so we'll see. We'll see how he thinks about Enmity, for sure. So yeah, that's the feedback. I mean, 18,000 page reads, 47 orders. We are currently sitting at number 8 in history of military regiments, number 15 in robotics and automation, 26 in robotics. So it was really cool to see that we got to a bestseller tag and a number 1 new release in all 3 categories. That was really cool to see. But the page reads, the exposure, the interest has definitely been on a downtrend. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes for books 2 and 3. I don't know, but we'll keep it up, right? We're going to keep trying. No update from Jodan as far as the audiobook. We did have quite a bit of interest in the audiobook. So I am hoping that we can get that done soon and get it out to the people, and then just go from there and see what happens. So there's that. I did. Oh, Harmon P. Hunter. What's up, dude? Just pop in to say hi and give a like. Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope things are going well for you. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. That was really cool. So Jodan is still working on the audiobook for Bloodbath. And then Tom, I just reached out to a company to order the manuscript for him. If you guys have been following Tom's journey, He just built a brand new sound booth to record his audiobooks in. He posted a video on his Facebook of him kind of going over and showing how it was built and what he did. So it looks really cool. And I know he is excited to dive into book 3 of The Dying Breed. So I am hoping that we'll be able to get him the manuscript soon. He can get into it, and hopefully we get a few more fans of the Dying Breed series. It's such an awesome world, and there's so much room to go into and to dive into that I would love for fans to pick it up more and latch onto it, because I would love to get back into that world. But at this point, I'm just having fun writing Golem Master and coming up with other ideas. I've got 1 or 2 other story ideas that I've kind of drawn out of, like, okay, this would be a cool story. This would be a fun story. So at this point, I'm just taking it step by step. I think another part of the writing journey was the fact of, I am not necessarily making money from writing, but it's something I enjoy doing. And with that being said, if I have another 10 years on this planet, and if I can do 4 books a year, well, that's 40 books, right? If I can, and if 2 of those series or 3 of those books take off and generate some income, that would be great. But at the same point of, is that if this is my hobby that I have chosen to do, there's no rush in doing it. And you can just take your time continuing to develop your skills and to just enjoy the process of telling stories. So that's kind of the mindset that I've come to think about and have and adopt. So that's where I'm like slowly painting the office where the computer setup will be. Then I can convert this room into a true guest room, which is what its intent is. The rest of my stuff should be out here the second weekend of October. And then my best friend from New York is going to come out for basically an extended weekend and hang out. He and I have not seen each other for 6 years. We talk every weekend. We sometimes talk multiple times in a week. So that's where I want to make sure the guest room is set up for him. So that's why I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and start painting the office. Let's get it ready to transition into and to just enjoy. So yeah, that is what's going on there. But yeah, it's been a great week. I'm really excited to dive back into writing today. So, it's 10:30 right now. I would assume that we'll wrap up close to like 10:45-ish. And with that being said, the goal is to just write as much as possible for the rest of today. Literally try to get as close to 10,000 words as possible. And then Sunday will be a day of, prep cooking, relaxing, watching some football, because this weekend's a bye weekend for Oregon. So I can't even watch my Ducks. But yeah, that's that. So with that being said, you guys, there was 1 or 2 videos I found for this week's motivation. I really like them, and I think you guys will get some good stuff out of it. So let's get into that. And again, as you guys remember, I'll normally play the videos twice in a row. That way the message can really sink in.
These people who are influential right now, Goggins, Jocko, Rogan, everybody is fit and disciplined. Is there people who are not fit and not disciplined who are influential?
Well, think about it this way. Do you think that the most successful people in the world became successful and then got disciplined? Or do you think that they became disciplined and then got successful?
Yeah, obviously the latter, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's an outcome. Now, that's not for me to say that there aren't undisciplined people that have managed to get super, super successful. Like, we all know that there's flukes out there. However, most people are going to win through discipline.
These people who are influential right now, Goggins, Jocko, Rogan, everybody is fit and disciplined. Is there people who are not fit and not disciplined who are influential?
Well, think about it this way. Do you think that the most successful people in the world became successful and then got disciplined? Or do you think that they became disciplined and then
Right.
got successful?
Yeah, obviously the latter. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, it's an outcome. Now, that's not for me to say that there aren't undisciplined people that have managed to get super, super successful. Like, we all know that there's flukes out there. However, most people are going to win
Discipline.
through discipline.
These people.
So I think that's one of the biggest things that I really loved and that I've talked about when it comes to the routine of writing. If you can set up a routine where, you know, when I was at the apartment, almost every night I was writing because I wasn't able to get into the exercise routine of walking and doing other stuff. So that's where, okay, Monday through Friday, I'm doing my walks, I'm doing my other stuff. Saturday is nothing but writing, right? And so that's where I really encourage people to get into a strict routine that you're always trying to maintain, whether it's waking up early at 3 a.m. and writing for your first 2 hours of the day and then doing your job, whatever. Get into the routine, get into the discipline of having devoted time to focus on the manuscript that you're trying to write.
The greatest things in the world were built by tired people. All right, I know you're tired. I know it's hard. I know you're exhausted. The fucking wonders of the world, guess who they were built by? Exhausted people. The buildings that you admire, guess who they were designed by and built by? People that were tired. Everything great in the world was built by tired motherfuckers. So it doesn't matter if you're tired. You just have to keep going. The greatest things in the world were built by tired people. All right, I know you're tired. I know it's hard. I know you're exhausted. The fucking wonders of the world, guess who they were built by? Exhausted people. The buildings that you admire, guess who they were designed by and built by? People that were tired. Everything great in the world was built by tired motherfuckers. So it doesn't matter if you're tired. You just have to keep going.
That's what I love, right? We talk about it. We have to be disciplined. We have to have this routine. We have to be ready to stay within that pattern. And it is so easy and so tempting to be like, well, I'm tired. Yeah, everyone is tired. Everyone is exhausted. What makes you stand out is if you are the type of person who says, like, I know I am tired. I know I am exhausted, yet I am still going to do this regardless, right? I just love that. I just absolutely loved that. Okay, then this one.
You say, the emotionally immature man seeks out motivation to do something hard one time. The emotionally mature man uses discipline to do something hard 1,000 times. You've got a quote that I absolutely adore. Your haters are out there holding their breath, waiting for you to fail. Make sure they suffocate. You say, the emotionally immature man seeks out motivation to do something hard one time. The emotionally mature man uses discipline to do something hard 1,000 times. You've got a quote that I absolutely adore. Your haters are out there holding their breath, waiting for you to fail. Make sure they suffocate.
I love that. It's not the fact of like, make sure your haters suffocate. It's the fact that there are some people who just will not understand why you're choosing the path that you're choosing. There are some people who think, well, this is insane. You've written 10 books, 5, 6, 7 of which are about to be published or are published. You are not making any money from this. This is just you spending money on an endeavor. Why are you still doing this? Because this is what I feel I should be doing. This is what I enjoy doing. And eventually, I believe there will be something that happens to where it's like, yep, that would have never happened if I had given up. These things would have never been achieved if I had given up. And all along the way, there are people who doubt you that are just waiting on that moment for you to say, I quit, I'm done, I'm giving up. So they can say, well, I told you so. Well, I never wanted to say anything, but I thought this was going to happen. And so I think that's where you just have to keep going on this. If this is, if you want to be a chef and you're trying to make great food, you don't stop after you make 20 or 30 bad dishes. You keep going to learn and apply, like, okay, I need to do this different. I need to do this. I need to adjust these things here. So for those of you who are just starting out writing or wanting to write, like, don't give up on the process. Just know that this process is one that will take years for you to learn and adapt to and grow in. But if it's what you enjoy doing and you find great pleasure in it, you get to meet amazing people such as we have, you get to build an awesome community as we've continued to do, then it's worth it in the long run. So those are the words of wisdom. Those are the words of motivation. Make people fucking suffocate, as the one guy said. Just keep going, just keep grinding. As I like to say, don't give up, just get better. So yeah, that is that. All right, you guys. So like I said, I need to get back to writing because I want to get a lot of words written this week. I hope you guys are enjoying Golem Master Book 2 on Patreon. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments as you're reading the chapters. But thank you so much to you guys for tuning in. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about in the upcoming weeks, drop them, send me a message, drop me a whatever, and just ping me of like, hey, dude, let's talk about this on this upcoming weekend update. So, all right. I don't know if you guys watched the Illinois game last night, but man, that was a great game. So with the Ducks not playing this weekend, I'm kind of curious to see how the Michigan USC game goes. So there's that. But I wish all of you an amazing and a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much, you guys, to the love and the support, to the Dying Breed community, Warrior Bernard, Fighters Maxwell Foster Q, Guardian Wilkie, Soldiers Boswell, Little Panda Aiden, Unwired, Defenders LG, Jodan, Miss Aoife, and of course, Duck Commander Steven Landry. Thank you so much, you guys. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And we will see you guys next weekend for our update. Deuce!
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory. Bad enough to get a C, they'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13. Working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no.